Peace, peace, peace. It's your boy Killer B, the goddamn witch finder general, and we gonna burn their asses down again today, goddamn it. Let's go.
During these ceremonies, was Satan the devil ever referred to?
He was called Lucifer.
What did they say about the devil, about Lucifer?
That killing the people made him happy.
Cats always fall victim. See right through your prism and send them to the dark. Soul mesmerized by the heart. Where them demons go? To everyone who you call bro. No, y'all wanna put y'all in a box, even insult the ZZ block. Calling cops on brothers just for talking to another. Mercy be upon all brothers. Praise y'all cause the devils can't touch us. We wanna say we bad abrupt, no. With your own words caught. You try and hide what you bought. I'm a Judah, I'm nothing. Funny how nothing got their minds bugging. Just like you stole Christmas. But they mad cause you won't bear false witness. They gut touch and flip more than gymnasts. Wisdom say, because if they don't listen, you the stooge. There's a difference between firm and niggerish. Firm rebuke is what the sentence is. Take it back to hip hop, not oversized wooden flip flops. They falling down off the tip top. Rick Ross is better off on a beat like Primo's. Yahweh's words, man, do we need? Let your mind out control. Stand bold and no foes. They geek out on no dose and they miss your rest. Balance checks so that we can get it even. Even distribution, let downs and losing. Now your cleavers are heathen because he fell off what you're teaching. I'm chilled out like a steel beach. Enjoy the warm sun, not speaking, not preaching. Watch Allah through the reaching. Uncover answers that you were seeking. Find your way home. Here's the beacon. See the light, see it. Word, turn home. Y'all here traumatized. Yo, these mind control. You know what I'm saying? Puppets. Gotta wait, but always know. Yahweh fights, praise those who have not. Don't be worried about what others got. Word. Man. Make sure
What's up, people? How y'all doing tonight? How y'all doing? People stop yipping and yapping. This we got a good tonight. That's a little bit out there. Something about the Colts and stuff where finally getting, which I don't think is enough, but So the boy got 5.3. One had the other one had to do a year and 8 months. But they got paid. So that's a lot of money to pay back. $250,000. That's a lot of motherfucking money. To be giving up, you ain't got shit. Cause so I wonder if they're gonna a lot of it, or they're just gonna wait for him to get out, get a job, and start paying for that shit. I don't know. I don't really know how that works. Anybody know? Let me know in the comments. But thing, aka Tazadakia, I saw on the Tazadakia detoxification station group on Facebook that the rumor is that this man had the nerve. He had the damn nerve to tell his congregation that the charges is dropped, that he didn't get sentenced, and that he's going to Israel. Oh man, goddamn. Fuck wrong with these people, man. What the fuck is wrong with them? Where my homegirl P at? Where's she at? But man was tried. He did a lot of crazy bad things. He took a lot of money from all those people. $5.3 million. That's a lot of bread. Like that's awfully awful lot of bread. Like straight up, that's a lot of damn bread. You get it coming for free. You know what I'm saying? So damn, I got all these damn boxes. Everybody hit me up when I go live. When I go live, that's when everybody fucking believe it. It is so I think talk yippee out a little bit, then I get down to business. We get a couple more people up in here. Oh boy. Shit is, oh my goodness, it's nuts. And by the way, bros, it wasn't meant just for you. I sent it to everybody, so I'll disregard some anything that make you feel better. No sweat. I gotta do here. Damn, this shit here. Shit don't work any shit when you want it to work. Shit crazy. But some more people. 3-4, we do got some people. I ain't paying attention. Tell everybody what's up. Willie Grip. Willie Grit. Alice Archer was had up in here. Willie Grits. He said, now you're talking. I guess this is a Willie Grit subject right here. It's a Willie Grit subject right here. Shout out to Willie Grits. Yeah. Oh shit, I forgot, yo. The Willie Grits is shit. It's a bowl of grits with 3 slices of bacon. 1 slice for each degree. That's how he get down. Hey, P. What's happening? Got P up in the building and shit, so I'm happy now. I can get shit rolling. I get the ball rolling now. I get the ball rolling. No Face Killer, if you're listening, I know you said you was gonna come on. I don't know if you can make it, but I sent you a PDF. The one I had, it did some stout shit and wants me to like shit, and that was a good part of my show I was gonna use tonight. And I can't access it. If anybody could send me a PDF, the book, you have the book, or come on, and if you have the book, come on and read it for me. I just need like 1-2 pages out of that shit, out of the How to Eat to Live book by Elijah Muhammad. If anybody got that, and you can share it with me real quick, or whatever shit, would be awesome. Ball rolling. All the same. So you can never be regular. Nah, shit ain't. Oh, you're. Take some of them files off there, Pete. That's probably what it is. Take some of the damn files off of there. Okay. I just need to. Just real quick. Yeah. So tonight is going to be about. Seems to be a lot of cults, conspiracy nuts, crews have filled our brains with so much information about pork. Hold on to their claims. Most still hold on to their claims way after most are proven to be outdated, straight up false. So that's going to be the subject for tonight. Hope you Hebrew Israelites bring your asses up in here and shit. Because I know a lot of y'all internet Israelites. Like, we had a couple on last night. Shout out the homeboys too, the two Kevin Fowler and Aaron and stuff. Shout out to them. They were good sports last night and stuff. Hopefully Aaron could show up tonight sometime. So and I just hope Chris Harris don't pop up on your ass and shit. I just hope that don't happen. And shit. Shout out to Chris Harris. So that shit was funny last night. So goddamn, why I can't find my group chat? Like, fuck. Goddamn. Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay. Now got my notes in front. So there's like a lot of claims and stuff for people that were Hebrew Islam. There's a couple of health nut gurus and shit out there, religious leaders and stuff, and talk about pork and about the Bible and how the Bible condemns it, how the Torah and shit like condemns it. Well, actually, the Bible, the New Testament doesn't. The Old Testament condemns it. The Quran condemns it. Christians and stuff are starting to not deal with it also. And a lot of it, I believe, isn't because of Brock Bravo sent me a message. I'm going to have to come on your show. Oh, one day. Okay, I thought he was going to come on tonight. Talk about that pork. There's a lot of things that are said about, in the scripture said like, oh, you're not supposed to touch it or eat it. So tonight we're going to try to dive into the reasons why they say not to eat it. And the reasons. And so this is going to dig into it. But first, I want to get into one of the most outrageous claims that most make true. It is not. Elijah Muhammad had a big thing in his book, which I don't have access to, which I'm really pissed off about that shit right now. Forbidding eating pork and talk about the diseases that are in the pig. The Nation of Islam actually say that a pig is grafted from a rat, a cat, and a dog. I have yet to see any sort of sign where he get that shit from. So if anybody in here in Nation of Islam and stuff would like to share with us, why is that and how is that the pig is grafted from a rat, cat, and a dog? So I'll just read this little thing real quick. Muhammad urged his followers to cast off the slave diet, which the NOI believed was not good to the physical and mental health of the Black nation. Following the convictions of Orthodox Muslims, the Nation of Islam forbade the consumption of pork, which was labeled a grafted animal, grafted from rat, cat, and dog. Okay. Close that bad boy up there. see what y'all say. Okay, so goddamn, it went down to 2. It's all good. I'm still rocking. I'm still rocking. Okay, let's get into this. I know so many of you people out there have heard the claims about pork, and I've had many people in the past 20 years or so, or longer than that, way longer than that. I'd say probably going on 30. With people saying, "Oh, the worms and stuff will come out of pork and all this stuff." But there's a real big, even on YouTube. There's a lot of videos on YouTube claiming that you can pour soda on ham, you pour soda on bacon, you pour chop and all this shit, and the worms will come out of the pork within minutes. So we're going to read a little bit on the actual results of this, right? It says, does Coca-Cola coax worms out of pork, right? Pouring Coca-Cola onto a piece of raw pork will cause worms out of the meat, right? And we're going to see about this claim. And this is where the origin of it. So most of this is, just let me know if let's start recording here on my end here. Shit. All right, okay, I'm ready to rock. Killer B, the goddamn was most of us have been exposed to information cautioning us to be wary of pork. Physicians, particularly of Jewish and Muslim cultures, have prescribed its consumption, to warning that one can get really sick by ingesting parasites present in undercooked pork products. Disease, trichinosis, can be caught through the consumption of raw or undercooked meat of animals infected with the larvae of the worm, a parasite common to many wild carnivorous animals, and sometimes found in game meat from bears, pigs and boars, large felines, foxes, dogs, wolves, horses, seals, and walruses. Because of trichinella, infection may also occur in domestic pigs. Consumers of pork have been cautioned to cook the meat thoroughly to ensure that any parasite in the meat are killed prior to being ingested by humans. However, as the Centers for Disease Control note, the incidence of trichinosis associated with pork consumption is now much less common due to a number of factors. Infection used to be more common and was usually caused of undercooked pork. However, infection relatively rare. During 2008, 2010, 20 cases were reported per year on average. The numbers beginning in the mid-20th century because of legislation prohibiting the feeding of raw meat garbage to hogs, commercial and home freezing of pork, and public awareness of the danger of eating raw undercooked pork products. Cases are less common associated with pork products and more often associated with eating raw and undercooked wild game meats. So, as you see here, the mid 20th century and stuff, a number of cases decreased beginning in the mid 20th century because of legislation prohibiting the feed. All right. So prior to that, there were a lot of cases. Like you get a lot of cases of it. Now on average, it probably only 20 people. I think they said per year. I'm gonna read it today. We're gonna get down to it. Per year, that actually come up in the United States that having this this parasite in their body. Most of what it comes from is when for you people that know about farms, where use the pig as like how they would use like a cow. You actually have to buy hay or whatever, or you have a field and they free range and stuff like that. The pig was pretty much your garbage disposal. So what you ate, that's what the pig ate. Because like, you know, they couldn't feed their scraps to a goat. They couldn't feed their scrap. Well, a goat probably eat that shit if you give it to a goat. But you couldn't give it to lambs or cows or horses and no shit like that. So your scraps are your food, all your bones, your leftover chicken, sausage, grits, eggs, rice, collard greens, or whatever, right? What wasn't eaten or what went spoiled that was no good and had to be thrown out, because most of these rural places don't have a garbage man. You dispose of your garbage on your own by burning it. That's a lot of people still do that in the South. They burn their garbage. We might have some listeners on here today that actually still do this. So these things come into the animal from these foods that we're giving this pig. A pig is also like very destructive and stuff too. You can put a pig, if you want to, like, you can throw a pig in your backyard and by the next day and shit, that should be tore the fuck up. There wouldn't be one piece of grass left on the lawn. It'll be all turned up like somebody took a plow through it. Cause that's just what they do. They root and dig up stuff in your yard. All right, let me keep reading here. Moreover, the potential of trichinosis can be held off through observing a few simple precautions in the preparation of pork, such as cooking the meat thoroughly. The CDC recommends a temperature of 170 Fahrenheit, although most sources state that temperature in 140 to 150 range is sufficient to kill trichinella. Freezing pork at 5 degrees Fahrenheit or lower. Separate legends involving pork and Coca-Cola have been to the sort of meta legend that one which holds that pouring Coke over a piece of uncooked pork will cause worms to come crawling out of the meat. I live in the South and have heard of rumors for several years now that I have been too busy to test myself. The rumor says that if you take uncooked pork, bacon, pour carbonated sugary soda on it, tiny worm-looking things will come out of the meat. This is believed to be a type of tapeworm, according to supporters and rumors. I heard that if you take a pork chop, put it in a plate, pour Coca-Cola on it, within 5-10 minutes, tiny worms will come out. Any comment yet on the idea that if you take a piece of pork, draw a circle around it, and then pour Coke over it, the pork will literally move on its own outside the out. Appearing this is due to the worms and microbes living inside of the pig. Of course, being swine that wallows in its own filth. This newer legend plays off misconception of pigs as filthy, garbage-eating animals whose meat is ordinarily contaminated by disease-bearing worms, and Coca-Cola as a drink chock full of caustic, bad-for-you substance that will dissolve flesh and bone. Thus, even the hardly nasty worms supposedly found in pork can't withstand the onslaught of corrosive chemicals allegedly present in Coke and will come crawling out of edible homes to escape. The less than fanatic reality is that pork products made from domestically raised animals and sold on consumer markets are pretty reliably free from worms. And pouring Coca-Cola over a slab of raw pork won't get you much other than a marinated piece of meat. Right? Right along. Like I said, there's plenty of stuff on YouTube that you can see. Great personal sense. We verified the conclusion by obtaining a pork chop from a local supermarket, marinated in Coca-Cola. It produced no discernible result other than a slightly soggy chop. Right? So we're gonna move right along from that. Thing out about a pork brain death. I'm sure some of you probably heard about that. Hey, Miss D. Yeah, right. You never heard that, Pete? They said Islam used to say that. Say a pig, no, but a rat, cat, and a dog. That's the silliest shit ever, yo. The silliest shit ever. Negroes are something else. But there's a thing. Have any of you guys seen the picture of the guy that had the pork? That he ate some pork and the worms or the parasites in his brain and killed him. Let's see if I can. I'll pull up this image here. The thing that I got it from it. Yeah, here it is. Wait, no, that's not. Yeah, it's it. He died. I can't find it. Like they showed it, or actually they didn't show it. I guess maybe the image is no longer available or some shit like that. But you guys can look at it on your own time. I just want to move the show on and read about it here. So basically, what they said: postmortem images of a woman's woman's parasite-infested brain should serve as a warning not to eat pork. Say, Jay-Z watched a video on Facebook about a guy who eats pork today and complains about migraines. His brain was being eaten and acting like his brain was being eaten too much worms. I don't know why that shit has typos like that. Yeah, worse grammar than me. 2014, a Facebook post went viral featuring a lengthy, horrifying claim and image warning against the dangers of eating pork. The picture was said to be in patient's exposed brain during a postmortem surgery, a genetic infection contracted by the patient by the consumption of pork. Among the claims made in the heavy circulated Facebook post above are that eating pork depends on individual's third eye. All right, so you eat pork, it's gonna fuck up your third eye. I don't know where that is, but you got third eye somewhere and shit in your head. You got third eye somewhere. Now looking at everything and shit. It's like forbid the practice due to rampant disease. The bacon worshipping internet at large release immune to the 30 terrible diseases cataloged in the post. So they say this pig got 30 something diseases in it, right? Scary claims aside, the image above has not been accurately described in the latest journey across the social web. As we explained in the previous article, the picture at the top of the page making its way around the internet since 2002, we've seen a condition of pork consumption, the eating of sushi, tapeworms, roundworms, and other parasites. None of these are an accurate description of the event depicted. As we learn, source of patients picture two and are photographs of a man in his 70s who was suffering from cancer, which had eaten away of his skull and scalp. And no condition was not. The man was brought to the trauma center at Stanford University Hospital, where the photographs shown were taken by San Mateo County paramedics. who had been summoned to the scene after a man was involved in a minor automobile accident who found him in his car. Right, so that was another claim. Let me see if the image of it popped up. For some reason the site doesn't have, but I have a picture. Yeah, I got the picture. Hold on, let me show you. Let me show you guys the picture. P.L. Wayne. Check this out, y'all. All right, here we go. Watch this shit. Take a look at this, y'all. Take a look at this. That from eating pork. It's from eating pork. You see? That's what they say, right? Actually, this is continuation of maggots in the brain from pork, infested with maggots. So that was the image here. See that? This, I'm sorry. This image was due to an infection caused by ingrown hair and other maintaining that the condition came through the man's ingestion of parasite-infested sushi. So they lied. That shit came from. That's crazy. That went off topic and shit. So I'll give that. I know, right? I hope nobody's eating right now. So let's get it. I'll get rid of that shit. Yeah, we done with that, right? So we can talk about some of these diseases here that come. No, I got something stupid to go. Then we're gonna get into the truth about everything, right? Here's another claim by a kooky health guru by the name of Hans. He supposedly did an experiment, and I'm gonna play this video here. Let you guys see this. Look at that, y'all. The claim is, and I'm going to show you how stupid it is, right? How stupid this shit is. Supposedly, this man ate bacon from the neck, right? Now, I'm giving away right now. Shit. He ate the neck of the pig, and it went straight to his neck. So these gurus are actually telling people that when you eat a part of an animal's body, that part of the body that you ate goes to that part of your body. Let me play this shit. This is ridiculous. This is fucking ridiculous. Check it out. But oh God, what's going on here? Come on with it. Oh, there we go. There we go. All right, check it out.
An excellent article was written in the Biological Therapy, Volume 1, Number 2, 1983, by Professor Hunt.
Now, this man here, they're known to go to places like churches. So what they do, they sell products. This company called Heal, that was started by the man that I just mentioned. He mentions the guy again in the speech. They go to a lot of blacks and things like this. And what they do the scare factor thing. And they sell products from it. You know what I mean? It's no different from a cult. And then the people get hooked. Think that this group or organization is some type of godsend or some type of, they're here to help and corporate farmer is out to get everybody. They're giving this stuff to kill us. And all types of shit like that. You know what I mean? Population control. And they need to kill the Georgia Guidestones. And fuck that, right? So listen to him. Listen to the man says.
The adverse influence of pork consumption on health. You'll never hear about it in mainstream media because they're always promoting
that. You never hear it because, you know, it sounds like somebody that we know. That JN do. Well, you know.
And what he found was this, that pork products actually act as a homotoxin or human poison.
That's his term, homotoxin, a human toxin. So what I'm saying is when you eat certain things, those things attack your body. So it's like you're, what's a good example here? If you take, you're exposed to pollution. Exposed to shit like that you take in. Okay, well, everything you eat has effect on your body. And these things grow. Let me shut up and let you talk. I'll get to it later. I can't remember all the shit I was going to.
There's like over 20 different diseases that could actually be transmitted from pigs. And here's what was interesting. He quoted a man by the name of Lecter from Heidelberg University who had done experiments with radioactive isotopes. Now, what that basically means is a lot of times you have thyroid therapy done. And they take a thyroid, they chop it up, they give you the thyroid, and it helps to restore your own thyroid. And so he wanted to find out, this guy from Heidelberg, what happened to pig after it was digested. So he took the bacon from the back of pigs' necks, ground it up in a blender, threw some radioactive isotopes in it, ground it up, and had fed it to people because he wanted to see where it would go. Did you know the back of the pig's neck, the fat back here, when fed to humans, migrates to the back of the human's neck and causes a hump in the back of the head? Heidelberg University. I'm not making it up. God knew it in his word. He told you not to eat the stuff. No, I'm not making this up, Pastor.
Wait, hold on. I want y'all to hear something here.
This guy from Heidelberg, what happened to tested? So he took the bacon from the back of pigs' necks.
Right there. Listen what he says. Does anybody know the difference here? Anybody catch this?
Tested. So he took the bacon from the back of pigs' necks. So he took the bacon from the back of pigs' necks. So he took the bacon from the back of pigs' necks.
Anybody get it? Anybody get it? Easy money. You don't get it, P? Mrs. B, y'all don't get it? Willie Grits? You don't get it? Unique Muhammad? Unique Muhammad. You know the science. Bring your ass up in here. Here's the link. You know the science, goddammit. You know the science. Come here and talk that shit, nigga. Come on in here and talk that shit. Come on in here and talk that shit. What did he say? Y'all heard what he said, right? He took the bacon from the back of the pig's necks. Bacon don't come from a pig's necks. Bacon comes from the pig's belly. I just made bacon comes from the pig's belly, not the neck. You see how they lie and get catch, but niggas don't know that. Yo, Unique Muhammad, tell us how the pig was grafted from the rat, the cat, and the dog. Come on with it. Shoot your shit, nigga. Shoot it. Shoot it. I know he can't see his head. I'm sorry. Boom.
Ground it up in a blender, threw some radioactive isotopes in it, ground it up, and had fed it to people because he wanted to see where it would go. Did you know the back of the pig's neck, the fat back here, when fed to humans, migrates to the back of the human's neck and causes a hump in the back of the head? Heidelberg University. I'm not making it up. God knew it in his word. He told you not to eat the stuff. No, I'm not making this up, Pastor. Biological Therapy, Volume 1, Number 2, 1983, by Professor Hans Reckwig. And you know what's interesting about this is, here's what the underlying concept was in the entire article. Here's what it was saying. If you want to look like a hog, eat a hog.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, so you could do
that's the shock factor right there. You hear what he said? You hear that the black people, oh, oh, 10 pounds and shit with a whole lot of neck. With a little hat on and shit. What's it about them high heels? Got her up in there. She gonna sign up. She gonna still eat that pork, but she gonna buy whatever this nigga got. Y'all know this.
Do what you want to do. You can do what you want to eat, but you're not going to get away from the consequences. Now,
see that? That's the bullshit right there. That's the bullshit that I'm talking about. That's the bullshit right there. Pork humps. Exactly. Pork humps. See that? Now we're going to look at a little bit into who this man is that made up that bullshit. Right? Homotoxicology. Homotoxicology is a model of disease and treatment based on quack medicine and pseudoscience. It was concocted by a homeopathic crank, Hans Heinrich Reckenweg, 1905, 1985. Yes, he died in 85. According to this idea, disease symptoms are a response of the body's attempt to expel toxins. Okay, yeah, that's what I was trying to say earlier. So when you have a disease, what the disease means, I just thought about this shit. This is some goddamn Dr. Sebi shit right here. Dr. Sebi said the same shit. Am I right? Let all your Dr. Sebi heads out there, let me know. Am I right or wrong? But I do remember that nigga saying that is let me just read it. Shit, fuck. The body's attempt to expel toxins in the system. Homotoxicology, the reality-based germ disease, and is used primarily to advocate homeopathic products. Reckenwaz Corporation Heal, which still sells products, is the primary pusher of homotoxicology. They label it as modern form of homeopathy. See, so what they do, they'll throw themselves in the middle of two actual things, like, know what I mean? So they'll throw themselves in the middle of the homeopathic medicine, like the people do the homeopathic shit, and the people that do the regular medical shit. They'll throw their ass. They'll find a shit. Yeah, what I'm trying to say. Like they find a niche. That's what I'm trying. They're trying to find a niche to get you. So now they made up their own shit. They made up some bullshit of how this shit work and whatever to sell products. All you need is a good game. Look at Judah. Look what he did. The same shit. That nigga took some shit from some bullshit he found on the internet and brought the Torah of that motherfucker, talk about the temple and all that fucking dumbass shit. The same shit. Look at the Nation of Islam. They took Islam and Christianity and got right in the center of that motherfucker. Put their asses right in the center. They didn't put themselves in between Judaism, know what I'm saying, and Christianity. No, they did it with Islam because they look more like people. They can associate more with black people because they know the Jewish people are usually Caucasian. So they found that niche, that middle lane. Know what I'm saying? Because you can't come in the game being just like that other nigga. You can't come in the game like that. You got to be different. You have to be set apart from the rest of the group. But Yes, see, Miss Me told you. Oh, the government killed Dr. Sadie. The government killed Dr. Sadie. Don't you dare talk about our black doctors. That nigga wasn't no fucking doctor. Don't you dare talk about Dr. Sadie. Right? And bridge between, they label it a modern form of homeopathy, and bridge between allopathic and homeopathic medicine. They have also started pushing it into European colleges and universities as part of a biological medicine program, even going so far to endow a professorship at a German university via Dindra European University. Let's see if there's any more on that. I want to get back on the port and shit. I want to get back on the port. Let me see. But they've been sued and shit like that numerous times. They got rid of all that shit. They was making claims saying that diseases and illnesses and all the shit. You cure AIDS patients and shit. Get the fuck out of here, man. Fuck. Oh, the government, they're holding back on the vaccines. They're holding back on the medicine. They have cures for cancer. They don't want to let nobody live. Fuck out of here. Now, and they trying to kill all the black people. Then who the fuck gonna work? That's like if you kill all the Mexicans and shit. Well, how are we gonna get our damn vegetables and shit? Who's gonna be out there picking blueberries? How we the blueberries be $50 goddamn a pound and shit? And they got rid of all the Mexicans. It'd be $50 goddamn a pound. Let's think about this shit. This is ridiculous. But I don't want to get all tired. That'd be another goddamn show. Boom, I'm going to get off of him. All right. Read this here. See what's going on. Let me read some of these comments. Now I'll move on. I can't see his head. This is funny as hell. He was a Nazi. Yes, Dr. Sadie. Yeah, $50 a pound. It would. It would. It would. Because you got to factor in now, white people they kill all the niggas and all the Mexicans and shit. Who's going to do the work? Who's going to do the work? And you think smart ass white people and shit going to kill all the niggas and Mexicans and shit, so they're going to have to do everything. The fuck out of here, that bullshit. The fuck out of here with that shit. The fuck out of here. All right. Like MSG, I saw a documentary showing that there's nothing wrong with it, that it comes from the sea and you food to sell. I just found that shit out too, Pete. I've been using it. I liked it at first, and then this shit, I didn't really feel it like that and shit. But yeah, I brought some MSG and shit, and I was like, because I was trying to cut down on my salt intake and shit too. And I watched this shit like in other countries, like MSG is like, that's they salt. Like they don't even fuck with salt like that. They throw the Chinese motherfucker throws some MSG on that shit. And they used to talk about, oh, it fucks up your stomach. They made all these rumors and shit, so the niggas won't fuck with it. But there ain't nothing wrong with that shit. It's a flavor enhancer, but if you probably like you use too much of it or something, it got a funny taste to it and shit. Like, you know what I mean? But it don't make you sick or nothing like that. But it does enhance like flavor. It does. It really does. Said just like MSG, I saw some documentaries showing that there was nothing wrong with it, and that the Chinese food, just racist. Mrs. B. Mrs. B says, "Yep, nothing wrong with glutamate at all. It's natural. All these years, people are shunning and Ramen noodle sales sure have not went down. Yeah, right. But they make ramen. There's no MSG in the ramen noodles now. They don't put MSG in ramen noodles. I went to the store the other day. I brought a pack. It used to be six for $1 in the pack and shit. They done cut that motherfucker down to $5 now. I was like, yo, why this packet is a little small and shit? Motherfucking $5 for $1 now and shit. And it got right on the thing. It says no MSG. I saw that like a few weeks ago. It's last $50 a pound for the blue. Because white people out there, they gonna want some money to do that shit. Say, you can have us out here in this sun and shit, picking those goddamn blueberries for those $4 a fucking hour. Fuck out of here. Nigga, I want $35 an hour. This is a profession. This is my career. The white people come out there and say, this is my career. I want $50 an hour. Shit. This is what I do. I'm a professional blueberry picker. Fuck out of here. Right? Yeah, I know I'm crazy. They would have to go back to scullery maids and chimney sweeps. Yup. You see that preacher that died while, I was watching that, but I erased it. I wasn't going to play it and shit. I wasn't going to play it. Yeah, I did see that when I was researching all this shit. That the African dude, he's an African preacher, he fell the fuck out. That died of high blood pressure. We're going to get into that tonight. We're going to get into that. Wow. Blueberry holologist. Yup. Blueberry. All right. Okay, where's the shit? Where was I? Okay, check this out. It goes on. Okay, this is some literature by this Hans Heinrich Reckenberg, the guy that I was just talking about, right? Is consideration of I'm not going to read the whole thing, and this is certain parts. In consideration of a wide section of population, it appeared strongly advisable to investigate more closely the reasons for the scarcity of pork and on the toxic and stress factors contained in pork. Pseudotoxins, i.e. pseudotoxins. A possibility emerges that everyone can stay healthy by emitting toxic factors. Specific pork poisons. Now he's calling pork a poison, right? That's what Muslims say, the Nation of Islam and Muslims say, right? We're gonna get into why they say that. The Jews say that. Hebrew Israelites say that. Some church people say that. Vegetarians that say that shit. Vegans that say that shit. All the like right there too. You can't eat pork. That just another way to control you and set you apart from everybody else that's around you. So it might not even be like a real like religion, faith-based code. Like responsible. Like, know what I'm saying? Y'all niggas can't eat pork. We can't have no pork in the spaghetti. So that'll set you apart from your family. Because if your family eat pork, you no longer eat pork. So now that puts the divide in between you and the family, right? From his diet and can regain health by observing a strict ban on pork. See? The fact that pork causes stress and gives rise to poisoning is known. It is obvious that this does not only apply to preparations of fresh pork, such as cold cuts, knuckles, feet, ribs, and cutlets, but also to cured meats, ham and bacon, and the smoked meats prepared for sausage. Consumption of freshly killed pork products causes acute response. Inflammations, gastroenteritis, with typhoid and paratyphoid symptoms, as well as acute eczema, carnivals, pseudo-riparius, abscesses, and others. These symptoms can be observed after consuming sausage meats, including salamis. Such contains pieces of bacon in the form of fat, right? And a lot of those informations and shit, right? What it is, like he knows, he said salami and bacon, right? Those are meat products that are high in sodium. They're high in fat. To cure these meats, you have to use salt. Know what I mean? A lot of the processed meats are made with salt, and they're very high in water. So you're gonna swell up, right? The consumption of pork is particularly dangerous in tropical regions. This is, for example, is shown in parts of Africa where both Islamic and Western civilizations live in neighboring territories under the climate conditions. Such conditions apply to various races in the Himalayas where the Hunsin Bircher live. Right? All right, okay, we all that shit. Get down to the shit, right? Even in the Bible is written, the Lord said to Moses and Aaron, say to the Israelites, of all the animals in the land, these are the ones you may eat. You may eat any animal that has a split hoof completely divided and that chews cud. There are some that only chew the cud and only have a split hoof, but you must not eat them. The camel, though it chews the cud, does not have a split hoof. Though it does not have, it is chews the cud, does not have a split hoof. It is unclean to you. And the pig, though it has a split hoof completely divided, does not chew the cud. It is unclean for you. You must not eat their meat nor touch their carcass. They are unclean for you. You may eat any animal that has a split hoof divided into two and that chews the cud. However, those that chew the cud or have a split hoof completely divided, you may not eat the camel, the rabbit, the coney, although they chew the cud. They do not have a split hoof. Oh, fuck. I'm sorry. I got it recorded, though. I got this shit recorded. So, goddamn. I forgot to hit the fucking thing again, Pete. My bad. God damn. I wasn't paying attention to the thing, too. Been like 5 minutes. But I'll just run through real quick what the fuck I said. But I put it so you guys can see it again. Damn, I hate doing that shit. When I came back in, I forgot to hit the damn thing. All right. Still, nothing. Oh, damn, it's been like 5 minutes. All right, I guess it ain't too bad. So basically, I'll run through again. They say that 1 out of 10 pig livers basically are like 10% of the pig United States have hepatitis E in the pig livers. Now, I'm going to show you they got all these diseases in it. They got the diseases in it. Know what I mean? They're going to say that bullshit to you. They got the diseases in it. You can't eat it. You can't eat it. It's part rat, cat, and dog. It's part rat. Why would you want to eat a rat, cat, and a dog? They got they got hepatitis. They got hepatitis. They kill you. Drug addicts got hepatitis. You know what I'm saying? Why would you want to eat what? Drug addicts have that. You want to be a drug addict? So they tell you this shit, right? And it makes a scare factor. Now let me show you this. Okay, where is it? I'm gonna show you this too. So where that motherfucker go? So if the pork, you ain't supposed to consume it because it has hepatitis and shit, right? I'm gonna show you what else that has hepatitis. Check this out. I said before too, in America, we have such tight guidelines on our meat that they ain't in the meat anymore. They're not there. But if you're in a third world country like Haiti or some bullshit like that, hell no, you ain't supposed to eat that motherfucker because they still selling pork that's eating slop. Check this out. Acute bovine liver disease, previously known as phytotoxic. I think this is the article that was on. Phytotoxic hepatitis is a disease of beef and dairy cattle. Although it occurs sporadically through Tasmania, most recorded cases have been, particularly the Derwent Valley and Coping areas. Cases also been recorded interstate. Is the disease? I missed the article and shit. I missed the article, but I just like breezed through that time. And I gotta edit the video and put it back up. So basically, beef livers are also known to have hepatitis in it, and these things are in meat that but when we cook it, it kills it. So all these parasites and bacteria, they're all in meat. These things are all in all types of meat. It's not just pork. And beef, a bunch of parasites are in it. Chicken got a bunch of parasites that are in it. But when we cook the food, it's not there. That's why we don't eat raw meat. How many people in the world do they eat raw meat? Like nobody. Like you got some, like that's just like a not a fetish, but like it's, you know what I mean? It's like it's something that you just do once in a while or some shit. Like I seen Italians eat raw liver, straight up, just raw liver, bloody as a motherfucker, and they eat it. But in certain places, they got such great guidelines with their meat and stuff that you could possibly do it. Like today in America, there's places stuff you can get undercooked pork. Like in Japan, I believe, and you can eat raw pork in Japan, or some. I think it's Japan, Germany, or some shit like that. I forgot what country it was, but you can eat raw pork like you eat sushi because they're stuff. The pigs are like they're not fed animal stuff, right? So I'm gonna get into that. I don't want to spoil the shit. So basically, I want to say the beef got the shit too, right? Get rid of that. Yeah, the hepatitis E. There's another one. They say multiple sclerosis is in the fucking shit, right? They say that shit too. Liver cancer and shit, but animals get all these things too. But that's what the FDA for. You know what I mean? That's why we have government organizations that put guidelines and protect the people. Like I was talking to somebody the other day, he probably gonna fucking flip his lid and lose his shit. But the other day, I was talking to somebody about taxes, right? And they'll say, "Oh, fuck taxes," like or whatever, right? We should have to pay taxes. We're slaves because we pay taxes. I'm like, we wouldn't be safe if we didn't pay taxes. You would have a huge mud hole in front of your house if you didn't pay. It's the same thing. That's why we have the FDA. Your ass would be dead. You or not dead. You wouldn't be able to eat the things that you eat if it wasn't for it. There'd be more diseases. Y'all think some crazy viruses is out here now. Let the FDA close down and shit and see what happens. But the conspiracy does say, oh, the FDA and stuff, they got the cure for AIDS and shit. They won't let it out. Okay. Oh, they're doing my Facebook. One second. Yeah, I'm so pissed the button. Let's see. I don't know if you guys gonna be able to see this now because I can't really see it. I can't even read the thing, but it's basically I'll share it anyway so you guys can see it. I'll put the link in the chat so you guys can check it out. Fuck this happened. Who this happened? Oh, here we go. All right. What up, Josh? I used to own pig. Yes, what you feed them doesn't matter based off. Josh, I didn't know you had a pig. You should have put that shit up on there. You know who else? You gonna go straight to live stream with that shit. I used to own a pig. Yes, what you feed them doesn't matter based off of me having the pig. Though I won't eat pork to this day. Please, Josh, that shit's funny. All right, let me share this screen. I know somebody that used to have a pet pig too and shit. Damn, I didn't even put my damn killer bee thing up on it. There I go. All right. Share screen. Yeah, you guys can see this. Like, I know you can barely probably see it, but basically this shows the cycle, right? Animals, right? So you got a cow, and the take analysis or whatever the fuck how you say it. It's like a parasite. So the cow and the pig, they get it from what they're eating on the ground, right? And then it cycles through. It gets into their muscles, right? It makes a cyst, and that's, I guess, is like the egg site. I know you guys probably see that video of them cutting a cow, and it was like a big cyst in a cow, and all the pus just ran out of it and shit like that, right? So after that, you eat it, you consume it, and shit. You get sick, the tapeworm. You get the tapeworm, and then you shit it out, and it goes out into the ground or whatever the fuck, and it gets that motherfucker get recycled right back through the air. So that's how the thing lives. Like, you know what I mean? That's the cycle of this thing's life. Pretty much. So, okay, let me get these notes here. I know, Josh, you probably saw it. I put it up last night. I was like, yo, I'm about to get fuck on these niggas. So let me just read this. Here, this is what. Taxa. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I'm saying small business. There are three important parasites found in pigs, which pose a risk to humans who ingest raw or uncooked pork products. These parasites are Trichinella spiralis, Trichinella spiralis, a nematode roundworm, Tenia solium, which is like what I just showed y'all, which is another tapeworm, and Toxoplasma gondii, a protozoan or single-cell organism. Toxoplasmosis is caused by infection when the protozoan parasite Toxoplasma gondii, the consumption of raw or undercooked meat containing T. gondii tissue cyst, and the consumption of raw vegetables, and the consumption. Oh, god damn, I can't even read tonight. Consumption. Because there's something on my screen. Consumption of raw vegetables or water contaminated with the T. gondii oocyst from cat feces is most frequently associated with human illness. So these things aren't naturally in the animal. They get in the animal easily from the animal that they are, who's raising them. The Nation of Islam is running a con now in the 50s, and like in the 40s and 50s, they were cases. But because pork was still eating slop or garbage, but now pork is vegetable fed, and tight regulations is very uncommon for pork to have it. None of those parasites come natural in the pig. Those are my own words. I didn't read that from them. The Trichinella spiralis, occurring in rodent, pig, bears, hyena, humans, and is responsible for disease trichinosis. It is sometimes referred to as the pork worm due to it being typically encountered in undercooked pork products. It should not be confused with distantly related pork tapeworm. species of nematode parasite, I think I read that already. Parasite of humans have an unusual life cycle. They are one of the most widespread and clinically important parasites in the world. A small adult worm matures in the small intestines of a definitive host, such as a pig. Each adult female produces batches of live larvae, which bore through the intestinal walls, enter the blood to feed on it, to striated muscles. Once in the muscle, they insist in becoming closed in a capsule. Humans can become infected by eating infected pork, horse meat, wild carnivores such as fox, cat, and deer. I know that about deer. What's that down here? Oh, yeah. This is another thing I want to talk about. The hepatitis that's in the pork liver, it won't kill you. And it actually works itself out of your system in a few days. So it won't kill you. The shit, you can't spread this shit or nothing. It is something that's in it. But the people would tell you it's hepatitis, so you were fucking be like, oh shit, it's fucking hepatitis and shit. I'm gonna die. Like, know what I mean? But it's something that it comes out of your body like easy. And if I can remember, the Nation of Islam said that pork had like 100 diseases or 20 diseases in the body and shit like that. But it was all about the time. It was all about the time. Okay, what else I got? Something else. Trichinella. I did that. Teeny soul. Let's see if I got something else here. Something minutes. So basically, this stuff, if you eat undercooked pork, you can have a chance of getting some type of illness. But that's with any type of meat. Any type of meat. What about chicken? Let me look at my comments here. See the comments are scrolling. Yeah, people send me those outbreak things and stuff. But okay, we back on track. All right. Okay. He said there is a cow disease outbreak right now in Montana. Didn't hear about that one on the news. Okay. So I'm officially fasting. You had your pork and you had your bacon and eggs this morning. This is me. You're right. No matter the animal, what you feed them makes a difference on your bio when you eat them. Wild chickens aren't developed and all scraggly. Chickens fed well and healthy are much larger. Yep. And healthier. Hell yeah. I eat lamb all the time. Now I eat lamb more than any other meat. I eat lamb more than chicken, beef, all that. Love lamb. I found a good spot for it. Like it's like a halal place and shit. So like they grow their own lambs and stuff like that. They slaughter them. They have them in there like they're shot and stuff. It's just super cheap. It's like mad cheaper than it is in the grocery store. Cut that shit right in front of you. Like they bring out the whole goddamn lamb. And like pop like, yo, what part you want? And they just cut that shit off, give it to you. The horse is a cat, a pig combined. Yup. Okay, let me get something else here. I got some weird shit. I had some more stupid shit too. I was talking about like little conspiracy like type of things. That and don't be confused when you search for these things too. Look at where you're getting the information. Just because it says like medical something or health something, and the website looks all clean and all like professional and medical business looking. All that is a website theme to make it look like that. Know what I mean? So, and just because it says health something or whatever, that doesn't mean that it's an official like health website that's going to tell you the truth. There's a lot of things out there that are actually owned by other companies that sell products and stuff like that. So they'll make a website called, say this, I can't think of an exact name right now. This says Health Guide, right? That sounds pretty honest and shit, right? But then what you do is you scroll all the way to the bottom of the website, and you will see who made the website. It'll say like health wise, right? Produced by such and such corporation, and all you do is highlight it and search that other company, and it'll bring you right to what it's all about. And usually it's like some kooky ass like company that's based on like pseudo medical shit, or like, you know what I mean, like some bullshit, or it's a certain organization that has an agenda. Say this says, oh, world archaeology. So you think this is some like real scholarly shit. Then you go down to the bottom and shit. It says by the SBTA Corporation, and you look up the SBTA Corporation, and there's some like Christian group, and you go to that website, and they're trying to tell you're gonna turn you into a fucking turtle or some dumb shit like that. So be fucking careful of where you research. Like, you know what I mean? That's very important. Like, very important. Just like the guy I just showed you, this Hitchenberg dude. It's like the same shit as that. And he's a real doctor that turned into the homeopathic like thing. He left his regular career to do that because it probably was more money. So be careful where you research. Okay, I was scared for a moment when I saw the horse, cat, and pig thing you wrote. I'm surprised you don't know about that. No, I need to find a butcher shop, right? I need to find a butcher shop, right? Charge of $10 for 3 pieces of oxtail, right? Right? Yo, I seen that. Yo, I do not buy no meat out no supermarket. Yo, straight up. Straight up. What you pay $20 for in lamb at a supermarket where I go for that, I can get like 4 times as much as that. Yup, oxtails too. Willie Grist trying to show off. You don't know how to cook no goddamn oxtail. You know goddamn well you don't know how to make no oxtails, Willie Grist. I've seen your ass cook before, fucker. One time and shit, right? And we gonna call ourselves and shit. We're gonna cook out and shit. Not camping and fishing. We're gonna call ourselves like cooking some chicken and some bullshit at the motherfucking at the fishing spot and shit. Willie Grist I'm like, Willie Grist. Willie Grist throw some frozen ass chicken. I'm like, Willie Grist, we got you know black people don't fuck with no white folks with no chicken and shit. You already know that shit. Willie Grist like, motherfucker. Like, Willie Grist, what the fuck? I ain't eating that shit. All right. This is another thing about that guy that had played before that I was talking about with the pork neck bacon and shit. Check this shit out. Dr. Bora is a biochemist that have written several selling books on health and nutrition. This is a great 2-minute video. That's the dude that was talking earlier. I encourage you to listen to the whole teaching in 3 parts. Professor Lett, which I spent almost a half hour trying to find out this professor. He's nowhere on the internet internet at all. Everything that comes up with that name all comes to different sites that's saying the same thing. It's like they just copy and paste it and just put it on the site. A pathologist at Heidelberg University, right? Heidelberg University. I think okay. It wasn't what I thought it was. Okay. Professor Lett, a pathologist at Heidelberg University, one of the top research universities in the world, conducted a unique experiment using radio. It involved labeling specific foods with radioactive atoms. That's what the guy was saying in there, or substances, so that their movements through the human body would be accurately traced, right? So they put these things, I guess, these radioactive atoms or substances, right? Now, if this is such a reputable thing, right, why they say radioactive atoms or substances? Like, know what I mean? If it was real, the motherfuckers would tell you exactly what the fuck they put up in there, right? So their movements through the body could be accurately traced. So they put this thing in there, so when you eat it, it tells you where the shit go. That's some bugged out shit right there. Professor Lett conducted experiments with living cell therapy to test the theory that animal tissues humans consume will ultimately migrate to a similar location in the body of his human host. Studies showed that radioactivity labeled animal tissues from key organ and glands upon being absorbed by the body generally migrate to the equivalent position where they belong biologically in the animal that had been eaten. Let study uncovered patients who had eaten a great deal of bacon from the pig's neck. These patients showed typical fatty folds on the back of their own necks. I know this sounds far-fetched, which it is, that this is a research finding from Heidelberg University. So, right? I think this might be a link to that shit. No, it is a link to the fucking Google search for the fucking shit. Put it up in there for y'all too. So I just put the Google search in there. Let's share that with y'all too. So you can look up some more on this thing. I met the fake poke doctor. Poke doctor. Not pork, poke. Poke doctor. Yeah, what a good Israelite. Like Popeye's an Israelite. Willie Grint's an Israelite. Roscoe Pico trade and shit. But the Dukes of Hazzard is an Israelite. Oh man. She said, don't say that, Mrs. B. Sure, you forgot to mention you was drunk. You was always drunk. What are you talking about? If it was something to say like that, I would say, well, he wasn't drunk. It went like that, Willie Grits, not the other way around. I told Willie he need to join the camp so we can get this money. He's going to have to share it with me, though. He had to give me half. Because I put him on and shit, right? And then start eating pork and tell him that he really an Edomite. And then when they put him out, we're going to sue him. We can get this motherfucking bread. He can join ISUPK. He can go join them. My dad is Puerto Rican. They get him in. It's like, I lied. They're like, I lied. All right. What else I got here? Okay, what's this all about? Oh, this is another disease that I had. I had on this. That's where all my shit. Okay. Yersinia. I had the right thing for that. How did I put the name? That sucks. Shit needs to disappear on your ass. Oh, well. I'll just read it anyway and just tell you about what she said before. Okay. Yersinia. I guess that's how you pronounce it. For years, pork precautionary model was well done or bust, a consequence of fears by trichinosis, a type of roundworm infection that ravaged pork consumers throughout much of the 20th century. So if it has trichinosis, chicken have salmonella, that can make you we eat chicken. Tell a nigga he can't eat that because it got salmonella in it. It's unclean, nigga. Tell him that and see if he stop eating that chicken. But it can have smeared with shit on it. A nigga eat it because he said, yeah, Howard told me it's clean. Yeah, Howard told me it's clean. You got fish in the sea. Large fish you can't eat. Like they said something right about the I can read that. About the scales on tuna, right? Like people, Israelites be eating tuna, but supposedly tuna don't have scales, but it does, but they're very, very minute. But there's a lot of other fish that also still have scales, but just not like normal scales. You know what I mean? They're small, they're tiny. So like it's like smooth, they're soft. They're not like rough scales like you get like a porgy or a bass or some shit like that. I'll read this right here. Truth About Pork by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. I should have just read this shit before. I was looking for the damn book. Pork or pig? It's all parts and byproducts. Has been a chief food for all so-called American Negroes since the day of its physical bondage. The pig was not made for human consumption. The pig is a chief cause of many of the ills and mental deficiencies occurring among the so-called American Negroes and any other people. Things that they're talking about too is high blood pressure. When you get with pork with high blood pressure, it usually is from the fat in the pork. Not because of some shit in there shit that just get you high blood pressure. It's if you eat lean pork, it doesn't have that effect. And usually some pork that the Negroes are eating have high salt content, like sausage. You go down south, they got a big ass plate of that country ass bacon and a big ass plate of that damn pork sausage. Them big ass pork sausages too. Not no little breakfast links like we got down up here. Where I'm at, the little ass Jimmy Dean sausage shits. Nah, they got them big ass red hot, them big giant sausages in the morning. And it is more food than the amount of people there that they cooked it for. So that's where all that high blood pressure and all that heart attacks and strokes and all that bullshit come from. It's the high salt content. It's not the pig. The pig is a mass of worms. Look, let's see how they deal with. I wish Chris was here with the what do you call it, the fallacies and shit, because there's a lot of that shit in here, and I'm starting to see it in literature. Like the pig is each mouthful you eat is not a nutritious food, but a mass of small worms the naked eye cannot detect. Worms thrive in the hog. When these worms are digested into your system, they cause a high birth rate to hundreds of new worms called larvae, which travels the bloodstream of your system and lodges in your mustache. And what the fuck am I reading there? I said mustache. I meant muscles. These worms even enter your brain. See? Lungs and your spinal fluid. They cause muscular aches, fever, and many other systems of sickness. The worm has an amazing ability to go undetected in the system for years. And a lot of their literature is from like the 40s. So you can't take things that was going on in the 40s and still pump that shit in 2020. Let's think about that. 1940 to 2020, and they still have the same literature. And I can understand it comes from the man, Elijah Muhammad. That's who started the whole thing and shit. He the one gave them the teachings and stuff. But when it comes to shit like this, things should be updated. Or say, now, if you still don't want to eat pork, the information still should be updated. Y'all get what I'm saying? So, like, you talking about trichinella and shit, like, the shit don't got that shit in there no more. So why are you telling people, like, all this crazy ass shit? Whether, like, your book says you can eat it or not. Like, you know what I mean? Truth is truth. Despite, like the rat, cat, and the hat shit. Like, rat, cat, and the hat. The rat, cat, and the dog shit. Like, no, motherfuckers, like, get the fuck out of here with that shit. That's just ridiculous. And I saw Rob Bourne on Sonnetter the other day, try to weasel out all that shit. And he had a good little thing to say out of this shit, but it's still bullshit. Ain't no big head scientists. They ain't no goddamn rat, cat, and dog motherfucking pork. Ain't none of that shit. It's fucking craziness. Just like, how you gonna get your way out of Elijah Muhammad being on a fucking UFO? And Farrakhan said he went up in the goddamn UFO with Elijah Muhammad after he died. Despite what veterinarians, public health officials, and agricultural see that? Despite what veterinarians, right? Public health officials and agricultural department or your doctor say. Now, who the fuck is these motherfuckers that tell you not to listen to that damn doctor, not to listen to the agricultural department, not to listen to public health officials, not to listen to veterinarians? Do they have credentials and shit so they can speak against them? No. They just some niggas with a bow tie. The fucking Elijah Muhammad's old ass motherfucking book. Predate them, their grandfather, and everything. The best defense against the pig is not to eat it. When you do eat it, you do not listen. His messenger, the Muslim, or anyone else, you hurt yourself. Thorough and slow cooking of pork does not remove the danger of the worms found in the pork. See? And professionals, the people that actually do the research. Additional cooking or pork purchased in the summer or processed pork product do not make the worm-infested pork safe for eating. Inspection and governmental seals on pork do not remove the danger of the worms yet in the pork to make it safe for you to eat. Some say never taste raw sausage or any raw pork. It is best not to eat cure the season. You are what you eat. So why not eat the best and be the best? Do not allow this rotten, now it's a pig rotten, diseased meat to be sold in your neighborhoods or brought into your homes. Now you see that? That's the coke control right there. Now you're gonna go. Remember what I told y'all last night? What I used to do? We used to run up in those Arab stores and turn that shit upside down. Remember I said that shit? Now where you think we get that shit from? Where you think that coke got it from? It got it from Elijah Muhammad's speech. Just like all you gotta do is read the literature. You see where all this shit come from. Just like that doctor. He was around the same time as Elijah. He was around the same time. He could have easily picked that up from Elijah. They said, shit, that's a good idea. Right here. Get this bread. All you gotta do is take these herbs, like Inky. Minister Inky. That I heard that motherfucker kill somebody with his herbs. That's what I heard. And the people died and he disappeared. He didn't want nothing to do with it. They didn't want nothing to do with it. Y'all remember that back in the day? Y'all remember that shit, Minister Inky? He used to do mad videos. Exactly, Miss B. They use half science. Killing crazy as homemade said. He said, I got give me a piece of white bread and butter. That's right. Get it red hot, so it's a piece of white bread and some mustard. Said Willie Grist ain't come up with that shit on his own too, motherfucker. Willie Grist got that shit from hanging with niggas, straight up. Y'all heard that shit? What white person you hear say some shit like that? Willie Grist is probably sitting in the house right now eating hog and cheese. You hear that motherfucker talk about oxtails and shit? Oh, shit. You have to eat what works for you and keep you healthy. Everybody is different. Look at allergies, food, and environmental. I don't recommend. You don't eat it. It's just that simple. There's a lot of shit I don't eat. It ain't nothing wrong with it. I just don't eat it. I ain't fucking with the shit. As simple as that. Pork would keep you alive. Good meat. That's right. Pork keep you alive. Mama raised on pork, but daddy raised on pork. Everything pork. Grew up on pork. What kind of fish that is, boys? That pork fish. Pork fish. Yo, what up, Aaron? Yeah, we talking about pork. You better eat some of that pork, man. It's good for you. It's good for you. Yeah, probably. Nah, that's not Shabby. Yeah, I can tell that's not him. That's not him. Oh. What you think on pork? We was going over today about a lot of the bullshit that we're taught about pork. Like all the rumors, like you can pour soda on a pork chop and worms will come out of it. We learned today that that's not true. We went into this other guy that says when you eat pork, that they did an experiment where they took some neck bacon from a pig, where when bacon doesn't come from the pig's neck, and fed it to people that had some radioactive shit in it that could follow where the food actually goes in the body. And it was saying that depending on what part of the animal you eat, like if you eat the leg of the animal, it's gonna go to your leg. If you eat the neck of the pork, it's gonna go to your neck. different parasites that are known to be in pork. We showed that most of the parasites, like trichinosis, is like hardly like there's only like 20 cases of people getting that a year in the United States out of all the pork consumers. Only like 20 people a year get it. So we're showing that like the things that were in the Bible and the Quran and all this stuff, even Hindus didn't eat the pork. The Egyptians didn't eat the pork because, and I was saying it wasn't because God fucking blasted some shit out the sky and wrote it on a tablet for the people. It was man that said that. There's a brother in my Facebook group. He's an Israelite. He's Irish. He lives in Ireland, and he even said today was talking about how it was written by man. Like, you know what I mean? The Torah that they had before, or whatever they had going on in Babylon. I forgot exactly how he said this shit. But he be dropping some science. I'd be fucking with him. Shit. He talks a lot of esoteric stuff about the Torah and all that stuff like that. Very interesting. That's where those PDFs I sent you, Pete. That's where they came from. And how like a lot of these things, like they're not, whether you want to believe where it came from or whatever. He was saying like these things were basically written by the people. It's observation. So you're gonna learn not to eat certain things. So at that time, you know, pigs came around and ate up their shit. People use animals for their use. So you had sheep, like you get the milk or whatever. You got cattle. No, I'm saying would say the cattle would keep the fields down. Like, so if you got a field, right, and you don't maintain it, you're not on it. What happens? That's just gonna grow up. And now you got a huge, the grass or the weeds or whatever are going to get fucking sky high. You're not going to be able to see through it and all types of shit, right? So what happens then? You get rats. You get all types of rabbits. You get raccoon, whatever, like type of rodents and stuff that burrow in the brush and hide, plant their nests and all that shit, right? So then what comes? The foxes, the wolves, the cougars, the bobcats. Know what I'm saying? And all these things come. So now all types of animals, like just like in a house. If you don't do certain things, the rodents will take over your shit. And they be living there. So a pig was useful, a cow is useful. You have a cow or a sheep. You put them in that field, you're not going to have that problem because they're going to eat everything there. They're going to eat up all that brush and keep the grass level. Just like when you farm cattle or sheep or goats, you have to move them. You can't leave them in one spot because they'll trample the ground and nothing to grow there. So what you do is allow them to eat, then you guide them to another area of the property and let them eat that. And while they're eating over there, what they just finished eating is going to get time to grow. So then when they done there, you move them to another spot, right? And by the time it's going to be, it's just like mowing your lawn. Like you mow your lawn maybe a week, the second week, you got to go out there and mow it again. But the animal's like a lawnmower. So with that, you getting your lawn mowed, plus you're getting food from it. They eating the grass, they're producing milk or whatever. When they get big enough, you can slaughter them so you don't get too much. Now you're not getting too many of the animals, because if you get too many, it's going to be more shit eaten up, and they're going to eat it up faster. And with that, it's going to deteriorate your property. What the scriptures say about planting, when you're farming, right? You plant on the area. After a certain time, you stop planting there. What is it? On the 7th year, you don't plant no more there. You move to another plot, and you give that plot rest. So it's just simple stuff. It's not like God popped out the sky and showed you how to do all this shit. Know what I mean? So he said all of this. They got that shit when they was coming out of Egypt. So you trying to tell me they ain't had no knowledge of this shit before they got the Torah? You get what I'm saying? It's like, and the same thing with the pig. The pig, that motherfucker was a garbage disposal. Just like people down south, it's a garbage disposal. Like you got paper and boxes and like their wrappers and shit like that. They can't eat that, but you got chicken bones. You got some old spoiled collard greens. You got some turkey that ain't no good and shit, been in the refrigerator too long or some shit like that. Know what I mean? You give it to the pig. The pig gonna eat that motherfucker. Rotten and stinking. That motherfucker gonna eat it. They be like, you got some more. They go out there and feed them. I have the bucket. The bucket to be in the house. This is how you have a garbage bin in the house, right? You have the bucket, and when you done eating, you scrape your plate in the slop bucket. This is, I was a little boy. I was probably like 6, 7 years old with it. I was a little boy. You put it in the slop bucket. I remember I always got the shit slapped out of me and shit for throwing some shit that I ain't finished eating. I threw it up in the fucking regular garbage. I always got the shit fucking slapped out of me for it. You put it in the hog slop. You got a big bucket, that shit put, and it looks exactly like it sounds. Slop. It looked like somebody puked in that motherfucker. Because you got all types of shit up in there. You put the orange peels in that motherfucker. So you got orange peels, collard greens, some old neck bones, some no good chitlins. You got fucking all types of shit. You feeding the motherfucker, the motherfucking pig itself. So the motherfucker eating itself and shit. The pig don't give a fuck. He eating that shit. So it's like a garbage disposal. Know what I mean? So with that, that's where all that bacteria and the parasites and all that stuff came from, where you couldn't consume the animal because it had all those parasites in it. So you wouldn't eat it. But now in America, you don't have that. These things are like grass-fed or grain-fed. So you're not going to get those things into it. The only way they're going to get in there now is the things are actually in the grain or whatever. But you have the FDA, who the white people call the devil. They make sure these things aren't in there anymore. Right? That's what we were taught. They're a filtering system, right? Right. But you got catfish that are raised on farms that's not eating shit off the bottom of the water. And I believe certain things we shouldn't be eating are probably just ain't good to eat. But you got people all over the world eating shit that Bible say we can't eat. But the motherfuckers eating that shit like a motherfucker in some other country. But does that make them evil? No, that's what they have. Look and play like Cambodia and fucking Vietnam and shit. These motherfuckers eat rats. And they'll look at you like you crazy. I ain't eating no rat. They're like, shit, well, I'll eat it. And the motherfucking grandmama be 120 years old. Rats all her goddamn life. So you telling me they can't eat no goddamn rat? And that's why I wish I had the PDF on the How to Eat to Live by Elijah Muhammad. Because he makes a point with that, with the people, like, know what I mean? Saying, well, my mama lived to be 80-something years old. But they said, what about the prophets? If the prophets saw that, heard that, they'll look at you crazy because they was living to 1,000 years old. Like, come the fuck on, yo, that bullshit. So they and say, well, your grandparents weren't even adults. So how they know better what not even adults. This motherfuckers as vegetarians and do that shit for fucking 1 year and shit and be dead from malnutrition or some stupid shit. You hear about cases? People wanting to be vegan. When I was vegan I went vegetarian in like 91. I became vegan in like 93. And from 93 to 2000, I was vegan. Right? There was no motherfuckers didn't even know what vegan was. When I started, nobody even know what vegetarian was. Like you had to be like some rich white motherfucker and shit to know what the fuck a vegetarian was. A nigga, Puerto Rican, Islander or whatever, they look at you like you crazy. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, nigga? What the fuck is a vegetarian? You didn't have no vegetarian aisle in the supermarket. Only thing I could get then, unless I went to a health food store, which I was lucky enough to have in my was, and there was only two supermarkets, major supermarket. You get tofu, and one of them had tofu puffs. Out of all the supermarkets in the area, that's the closest you could get to vegetarian shit without just eating this vegetables. Like, you know what I mean? Like some especially like what you would call vegetarian type brand shit. You know, when I became vegan, that shit was literally impossible. Like I went to just making my own shit. Like there wasn't like, unless I go spend at a health food store. Around paying goddamn $10 for hot dogs that tastes like you eating a rubber band. Tastes like a damn rubber band. Or sea insects, okay. But some people eat insects. We can eat grasshoppers, right? The scripture say we can eat grasshoppers and locusts. We can eat those. You go to Cambodia, Vietnam, crickets and shit. Crickets are lawful. They eat cricket like a motherfucker, like ain't shit. They eat crickets like we eat peanuts. I went to Mexican restaurants, great Mexican restaurant out here. It's like a Mexican grocery store, but they cook in there too. I was looking in the little case of shit where they had the little like you have deli meat or whatever in it shit. They had these bags, these little dark red things. I'm like, what the fuck is them shits? Like, look, I'm just looking at them and looking at them. And I can see the people see me looking at them like, what the fuck is that shit? I'm like, oh shit, those are motherfucking crickets. And I'm like, these motherfuckers got crickets up in that shit. I started to walk up out of that up in here. But then, no, I was an Israelite and shit. So like, I know crickets are lawful, but I didn't ask them. I was kind of embarrassed to ask them, like, what the fuck was he doing with that shit? Right. That's a doctrine. You're right. You're absolutely right. You sharp, bro. You sharp. I give it to you when you got it. It wasn't given to the heathens, right? It was given to the Israelites. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right on that. So it's these people that got the law, right? It's these certain people that got the law, but we know that these motherfuckers never existed. And these laws were also applied with other people. Because, you know, the Egyptians didn't eat pork. And like I was saying before earlier, too, the Hindus didn't eat pork. They might not didn't eat fucking catfish and shit either, as far as I know. But some lands and stuff, the catfish might be decent to eat. Or that's all there is. You're absolutely right. I give you that when you got it. I used to say the same shit. They can do what they want. The law wasn't given to them. Nigga. Bird flu is all over What would you say about, all right, there's the same diseases that would be in pork. Those diseases are also, well, then again, you can say, if from a religious standpoint, you can look at it and you can have an answer for that shit. But as far as science and health-wise and how you would look for a reason why things are such, like, you really can't put anything on it to say this thing isn't good for us to eat. Like, you really can't say that shit. Locust, I heard of locust, but I don't know about locust pods. What are locust pods? I never heard of a locust pod. Is that like a I don't know. If I would just make a guess, ain't that like maybe the back of the locust or something? You know, like the main body part of the locust? Because I guess you're supposed to like pop the head off the thing or something and just eat like the back part of it. I would like to try crickets or some bullshit like that, though. I would try it. I think I would try it. I think I could get my nerves up enough to try it. Would you eat locusts just because the Bible tells you can eat them? That's another thing, too. That's another thing. Would you eat them just because of that? Like, when I became a Hebrew Israelite, I quit being vegan. Because they said because of the Passover, you got to eat lamb. So I quit being vegan, just off the strength of that. And the first thing I ate was some General Tso's chicken from the Chinese restaurant. I can eat and see if it gets me sick. And I did. It didn't get me sick, though. It didn't get me sick. Am I boxing my keyboard? Why, you hear a bunch of crazy sounds or something? I'm boxing this keyboard. Nah, I never heard of locust pies, though. Never heard of locust pies. Tell me about it. Let's see what else I got for you. Okay, yeah, I can finish reading this thing. Inspection of government seals on pork do not remove the danger of the worms yet in the pork to make it safe for you to eat. Some say never taste raw sausage or any raw pork. It is best not to eat pork raw, processed, smoked, or like that. Okay. You are what you eat. So why not eat the best and be the best? Do not allow this rotten disease meat to be sold in your neighborhoods abroad. Pork is often referred to as cured. The word cured is a past tense of a verb cure. If a meat has to be cured before we eat it, we should not even take shit. Now, that's stupid. Now, that's stupid. See, now, see how they play with words? Now, they did that. That's funny. I said when I started eating meat, but I came an Israelite, right? I also cut my dreads, right? But it wasn't until like maybe a year or two later. It was to like 2000. I joined the Hebrew Israelites in 90. No. It was a little older than 2000. It was 3rd line 11 because I was going to school in New York. This was after I started going to IUI. And I attended. They were called 12 Tribes. The website called HODC and shit. I was short-lived there too. Like I went in there. That's when Nate was running that camp. Then this is way before IUIC. Nate was in there, and there were just some vile brothers. Like, you know what I mean? They had no sincerity. Like it was just like a bunch of pride. Like that's all was going on. Like if you're new and you didn't know a question or something like that, brothers be laughing at you, or you not like them, like, know what I mean? So now they looking, because I came in there with dreads and shit, right? I had big locks, like I had locks the size of my damn arm, like, right? So they said, oh, brother, you know you're not supposed to have dreadlocks. That's an African custom. That's African custom, right? not supposed to have locks, right? But the scripture talk about locks. They said if you got a lock, now listen how this nigga said lock, that means it can be unlocked. Y'all hear that shit? So we wore braids and not dreads because dreads can't be undone. So they had locks. They'll say in Song of Solomon had locks. You can take them out. So they said a lock is something that can be unlocked. See, it's the same wordplay and shit. It's just some dumb, ridiculous ass shit. And that shit got in my head. And I'm like, shit, maybe the Most High don't want me to have dreads and shit. So I cut my hair, being obedient. Okay. So it's not a real so it's not like a locust. It's a pea pod. I'm gonna look that up. I'm gonna check that out. Why? What about it? What, is good or something? You ever had them? Locust pods. That shit up. Oh, here get an article I was looking for. Like, where the fuck that shit go? Sitting there looking for the damn thing. Okay. Locust pod. Oh, St. John. Oh, so I saw that. And yo, that's what the fuck them shits is. Yo, I got those out here. Yo, they kind of like, I thought they were like some weird tamarind, like a tamarind. Yeah, we got a bunch of those out here. They grow out right out here. I got a tree right down the street and shit. There's like a couple of them. Wait, let me see what y'all saying about that shit. St. John's bread powder from the ground seeds and the pods of the carob tree used as a chocolate substitute. Oh, so it's like a locust pod taste sweet, falls from trees. Yeah, they do. It's like it smells just like tamarind, but they're not fat like tamarind. Nah, tamarind is like a big, it's like a big giant fucking peanut. Yeah, the locust pod is more like a bean. It's like a tamarind, but it's long and it's kind of flat. But like you break it open and it's in flesh. I was always scared to fuck with it. Like I smell it, I'm like, yo, that shit smell blazing. Oh, that's a good one right there, bro. I like that shit. Right. Oh, that's why they call St. John's. St. John the Doctors. Oh shit, that's deep. That's deep right there. Yeah, yo, you right, yo, because it says wild locust, right? Like what the fuck? Like, what you got, pet locust? You're right, yo. I get that shit to you, straight up. That's some real shit right there. Wow. Miss B, you getting at somebody, calling somebody an individual like And they grow. I was gonna ask that next. Is it indigenous to Israel? Let me show y'all on the screen. I got it on my screen. Shit. I know what I'm gonna be doing and shit. On the shit's grow, yeah. Yeah, every time I walk by one, like on the street, I always pick it up. We got a lot of sassafras out here too. That's another thing that grows that I like to use. I've been using that shit for all types of shit. Yeah, that shit just grows wild out here. Yeah, tamarind's blazing. I don't like messing with it. I like to get it already, like, you know what I'm saying? Like in a drink, or I get it with the seeds and it's already deshelled in the seeds and shit. I don't like fucking with the raw thing. Like trying to fuck with that shit. Because you get the shell and shit all stuck to it because it's all sticky and stuff. Yeah, wow, locust, wow, honey locust. That's all. You read it. That's definitely it. Oh, and it's St. John's bread. That's another name of it. Oh, okay. I was thinking, if this me, I thought you was making some bread out of that shit. Yeah, moist soil in River Valley. That's true. Because it's in like a swamp area and shit. It's usually like the lowlands. Wow. Wait, maybe that's something different that I got because it said they don't grow natural. Yeah, it's kind of like a mid-east kind of plant. But I guess it could be here. Let me see. Oh, maybe that. Wait, that does look like it. But this shit here, they got like thorns. I never remember seeing no thorns on it. Maybe it could be something different that's out here. Oh, Stanford. I'm pretty much done anyway. Already went way over past what I wanted to go. I'm gonna re-edit this shit anyway, so this stuff probably won't be on the video when I'm done. But, honey locust has deep dark green feather leaf. She's gummy substance. Yep. See nothing about it being out here. It might be some other species or something like that we have out here. Oh, me said, yo, you ain't right, me. Oh shit. Yo, that's a good one though. Keep people from eating insects and shit. Motherfuckers right now. That's true though. It could be. You could be right on that, bro. We gotta look at how it was named. See where that name originates for that plant. It needs to be warm for cocoa, bro. Yep. Wait, so carob is St. John's bread too? Carrot. But the carrot isn't weight. Carrot is I guess like the purity or something like that. I don't think the carrot. You see, I don't think it's like a weight. I think it's like how much or whatever additives is added to the gold. Because like 24 karat is pure gold. Or maybe it's measured by a certain thing. You could be right. I gotta check that shit out later. Yeah, that's interesting. Those some good topics, yo. Those some good topics. Oh yeah, so I ain't gonna let your ass get away with it, yo. Oh yeah, you already talk about what did I ask? Yo, what did I say that you had to come back with? Or something. Was it about the Pharaoh, the Exodus thing? I forgot. I'm slipping and shit. My ass getting tired. Get out of your ass and shit. You came back. Chris found he there. You should pay the lotto tonight, tomorrow. Make sure you get a lotto ticket. Chris Harris should have smelled you by now and shit. Chris Harris wake up out of his sleep. Goddamn, Killer be out there with them Israelites. Yeah, about the Pharaoh's name. So if Amos the first is the Pharaoh, did he drown? Like as the Bible says. I don't know everything about the Amos the first. That's Chris Harris's department and shit. I did one on I did a video on Ramses the second not being the Pharaoh of the Exodus. I believe I did mention Amos the first. I don't remember shit. I do so many damn videos. I just do it for what I want to say and shit. And get the fuck out of there. Because remember, the with the plagues, all the animals were killed, all the firstborn of the Egyptians and shit, they died. I think I did mention that in my video, though. It was like short. It was like a. Also, do you believe that the Egyptians was African? Okay. Amos the first was succeeded by his son Amenhotep the first. A minority of scholars have argued that Amos had a short co-regency with Amenhotep, potentially lasting up to 6 years. If there was a co-regency, Amenhotep could have been made king before Amos 18th regnal. Yeah, what's that mean? Oh, for 18th. The heir apparent could have died. The circumstantial evidence indicating co-regency could have occurred. Let me see. Let me see if carrots is useful. Y'all Hebrew Israelites be coming. I know I used to have some crazy shit like you telling people that I never looked up. Me saying shit like the I told y'all before about that, about the we being the only ones born with umbilical cords. I went and opened my mouth up about that shit. Got straight up embarrassed. Oh, that kind of weird. Uh-oh. Okay, a carat, but it's carat with a C, is a unit of weight for diamonds and other gemstones. A carat, when used for gold, is a unit to purity. All right, so you was right, but it's not carat with a K; it's carat with a C. So the diamonds and gemstones. Gold. About here, like I'm tired. Get down. Tired of it. Chris Harris is like version of Colts. Shit yesterday. Let me read this thing here. Equals grams, or point are 453 grams in a pound. 1,000 grams in a kilogram. It weighs 170 pounds. You have you have a 385,050 carat fiance. A carat, when used with gold, is a unit of purity. 24 karat gold is pure gold. But usually you mix gold with a metal like copper or silver to make jewelry, because pure gold is too soft, right? Each carat indicates 1/24 of a whole. So if a piece of jewelry is made of metal that is 6 parts copper, 18 karat gold. All right. Okay. Okay. Where did such a funny unit of purity come from? It turns out that a German gold chain called a mark was common about 1,000 years ago. It weighed 24 carats, 4.8 grams. The purity of the gold and the coin was expressed in the number of carats of gold present. This is 24 carats. I'm just gonna look up. I'm about to look up something else. Yeah, carat is gone. Yep. Yeah, it is interesting. Yeah. I know, P. Yup. Next thing you know, shit, I'll be out and shit. Y'all hear the punk rock music. Yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna do a show tomorrow on. Yeah, I got 2 topics. Yeah, I got this one out the way. What was the other one? Oh yeah, I want to do one on the spiritismo, spiritualism and stuff in the Caribbean, or Hispaniola, spiritism, like the origins and the basis of that shit and what's that all about. But I want to do tomorrow. I might do that one tomorrow afternoon. I might do this one tomorrow afternoon. Black skinheads, on the origin of skinhead. The skinhead culture came from black people in Jamaica, in their migration to England. So I don't know, P. I sent you that video. Do you happen to watch that yet? Like, it's really interesting. Like I was telling Pete earlier in the email and stuff, like when I was in that whole scene and stuff like that, how it was really about like just like unity, like being yourself and shit. It was the only, pretty much the only subculture that wasn't like race. I can't think of any other subculture like that. I believe like I was in skateboarding and shit. I don't believe skateboarding was sort of like that, but there was some like type of racial divide. It was like a racial and a what's you call it, geological divide in it. But yeah, that thing was pretty deep, especially for that time. To see blacks and whites like together, almost like how you would see now with blacks and whites and hip hop music. Unlike what you saw in the 80s, like, you know what I mean, through the 90s and stuff. But you go to a hip hop show today, the majority of the people there are going to be white. But as far as like the 90s stuff, like most of the people that really know hip hop, you're going to, my kids are the ones that's really holding down like the whole thing and shit. Like you can go through like super rich neighborhoods like in the 90s, you see kids, they playing Wu-Tang. Like you ask a white kid, yo, you like Wu-Tang, motherfucker. Like, that's it. Like that's it. Like fuck all that Tupac shit, that Biggie shit, all that shit. They're like, fuck all this Wu-Tang. So that whole skinhead thing was like, it was about ska music, like the whole two-tone, rude boy, like ska. I don't want to give up everything and stuff before the video, but I watched it. I've heard of the original skinheads are black. Yep. And it was a cross too, with like the whole mod scene. That was like I don't really know too much about that. Even that video do say I don't really know too much about that shit either. But the mod thing was sort of like the Beatles. The Beatles you probably consider like mods because the way they had a certain hairstyle like that they would wear. But that whole like skinhead, like two-tone rude boy thing, like white people embraced old Motown music and reggae from Jamaica. That was the big thing. Like when Motown dropped, the white people in England loved it. Like they absolutely loved it. Along with the Jamaicans bringing reggae and ska to England. Like, so it was like a huge thing. Like, so like a lot of what happens in the hip hop. That's just what it was. Like heavy metal. But then like you get like the hardcore scene, you had mixed black and white kids. But like the whole like Northeast, like New York hardcore scene, like started at the same time as hip hop. Started at the exact same time as hip hop. Like the exact same time. And we're Upper Manhattan, like the Bronx with hip hop, you had the Lower East Side with like hardcore music, which was like basically a branch from punk. And one was poor black kids, the other one was poor white kids. And it got fused together. I put up a post on Facebook today talking about sneakers and the hardcore music culture. And Like, you know what I mean? That's what the kids wore. Like, you know what I mean? The Air Jordans, the New Balance, what was another? Like your Vans and shit like that. Like those are like the popular sneakers like for the scene. And those kids like listen to hip hop. Like when they weren't at a hardcore show or some shit like that or punk show, they're listening to hip hop music. Like so it was like a real like culture. Like it's pretty much all together. It's like it's interesting. It's real interesting. So you guys hear about all that stuff tomorrow. What else did we get on? So I guess I could conclude this shit here about the pork. So these animals all have diseases in them. They all have bacteria in them. I mean, parasites and shit like that. So when you have food, you should cook your food. If you don't want to eat pork, don't eat that motherfucker. Yeah, I enjoy chatting with you too, man. You all right with me? Straight up. You all right with me? I'll help keep Chris Harris off your ass, though. Chris Harris is cool too, but you get him in the zone, you in trouble and shit. You get him in the zone, you in trouble. He's cool though. He's not an asshole. Like, but he'll ask you like some pretty ill questions. I don't know if you paid any attention to him last night and shit. Like he pretty Trump tight on all that Egyptian stuff. Like that's not really like my gig. Like I like learning about it and stuff, but like he's super like into it. So like he gets more in depth. I'm just like a surface level like kind of thing. I like move on from it. I'm more like right now. I'm more into like West African and spiritual systems and stuff like that came out of like you know the whole Hispaniola like Caribbean like type of thing. That's mostly like what I'm studying now. Not saying I'm practicing anything from it, but like I really like interested in this stuff. So I'm just studying a lot on that stuff. Like the different religions like that the Africans brought to the Caribbean and the Native Americans helping them regain like their spiritual system that they had in their homeland. Believe it or not, the Africans did bring their religion here. Like it was, and there's actually cases where slaves are actually swallowing like stuff, like trying to get their things, whatever the herbs or the plants and stuff that they didn't have in Africa. The Native American Indians, like the Arawakan Indians and Tainos and stuff, they helped them with the knowledge of all the plants and all that stuff, like in the new land that they're in. I got some good videos on that. Especially what's interesting, I know that was a big hit to the Israelites and stuff when they need the Spanish, and I bet because I never heard that before. So I'm pretty sure a lot of Israelites never heard that either. That the Spanish were calling the black slaves Jews, but it wasn't because they were Israelites. It was because it was just a term for calling somebody that didn't embrace their religion. So no matter develop their religious systems, they also use the term too when dealing with something that was negative. They considered it a Judaic. I don't know. It's a lot of crazy stuff. So I still read it and stuff like that. I'll be dropping some more videos. But I want to get back on the cults and shit. I might get back on that asshole pretty soon. I took a little break. Like I said, I'm still scratching the surface. I still got some heavy hitting shit on his ass. So I'm just sitting on that shit. What I'm doing now is a little bit more important for the audience I'm trying to reach and the people, I mean, and for myself too, like the stuff that I enjoy talking about. who we had up in here today? Yeah, P, of course. Yeah, Aaron C. We had somebody today. I think. Yeah, Mud. Jesus is raised. That's who it was. I didn't put these up. Oh, come on, man. Goddamn. Bible's not written by man. Okay, whatever. Okay, that esoteric stuff has no evidence, just like the Bible. I don't have evidence either, but you can believe it or not. All those theories comes out some guy's mind is passed down to people who believe anything, just like the Hebrew Israelites. Okay. Shit. That's why you have to trust God. Right. Who else? There was somebody else up there. Oh yeah, fucking Shamiam was up there. I don't know why this shit don't let me scroll all the way back up to the top. Do this thing. I have to go to the damn YouTube to do it. $60 for man leg. Yeah, that's a lot. I'll get one of the motherfuckers for like $25 straight up. Oh shit, P got it covered. I said there, P got that shit all covered. You know everybody else up in here. Yeah. Much gratitude to all of you for stopping by tonight. Alizar Jewish Hat, Captain Willie Grits, the fourth in command of the GMS, UPI, UOCC. Malik Muhammad, Unique Muhammad and shit. Yeah, him. That's what I forgot. That's what I forgot about. Oh, Josh too. Oh shit. Yeah, Mrs. B. Unique Muhammad, Josh, the lyricist. Jesus is raised in the air sea. It's awesome. And thank you, P, too. Thank you, P, for always being here and holding us down. And thank you, Mrs. B. What you gonna eat in the morning? You gonna have some bacon and eggs? It's like, we ain't turning the lights out on you. We ain't turning the lights on. I'll be about to get about this time. I'm fighting it right now. I'm fighting it. I do a couple of things and shit on the computer that I can lay down and listen to whatever I listen to. I've been listening to that young kid, Pete. That I told him I shouted out his channel the other day. Shit. I'm at like, I don't even know the motherfucker. Shit. God damn it. What's the channel? See, I can't even think now. You definitely know about the fall. Oh, Son of Ogu. Son of Ogu. He put up good video. You see the video he put up today, Pete? The one that was like a half hour long. It was really good. It was really interesting. He's talking about the whole nature and shit with the laws and all that stuff. Yep. Let me get my ass on out of here and shit. My ass tired as fuck. So, but I'm gonna go out. keep lots of songs, and I keep forgetting which one it is. Oh, it's the Big Coolin', so I played the right one today. That always gets me. There's like a little 10-second little thing in there that they get me on. Like I always take it out and shit. So that's cool. No Face Killer. I think I'm gonna go with No Face Killer tonight. Which one? Track 2 or track 10? He never names none of the songs. It's always track 1, track 2. Okay. Now that 8 minutes, man. I ain't got 8 minutes for your ass and shit tonight. So yeah, we go with this one. Killer. You gotta wait till I'm burning that motherfucking asses up. I have enough energy for that motherfucker. Always gotta have to say that. Let's go. Let's go.
Uncle recognize true talk, I never lie. The second I'm proved wrong is the day the devil will cool off and temper.
I get you, No Face Killer. You said you was coming out.
My temper is short like your attention span. Can't quite remember what you were offended at. My parents have no idea that I made a new friend in my detention class. His name is Tuesday, and he claims to be the Justin Timberlake of rap, bringing tension back. Heaven didn't take him. God sent his ass straight to hell. Satan said hell, no one sent him back. To himself and basked as he swelters in a smelly bathroom, as he's joking with the biatch. Looky here, I'm not your friend, and I'm not your bro. I'm not hip-hop or rock and roll. I'm just pissed off. I don't even like music, how'd I end up on this song? Looky here, I'm not your friend, and I'm not your bro. I'm not hip-hop or rock and roll. I'm just pissed off. But Reagan and trickled down, the economy's gotten better. A shiny new nickel is what I found in this foggy weather. Pardon me, mister, but I don't want to start any problems. It's just that I saw it first. Yeah, you could call me that palm that don't act like I didn't watch it. Just pick it up with your sausage fingers and toss it right in your jockey, straight in your pocket. I'm talking to you, you money grubbing cocksucker. Go squat and sniff a whiff from under cheese from my boxers. These underbriefs have been walking for months or weeks. I've been wanting to shop for laundry detergent for fucking weeks. For some strange reason, the MasterCard is maxed out and the Magna strip on my Visa. It hasn't been functioning. How convenient. I'm easily 5 cents short of completing this transaction. I'm asking the cashier to be lenient. I'd appreciate decency and compassion. I'll pay you back during tax season. Capiche, at least half of it. Looky here, I'm not your friend, and I'm not your bro. I'm not hip-hop or rock and roll. I'm just pissed off. I don't even like music, how'd I end up on this song? Looky here, I'm not your friend, and I'm not your bro. I'm not hip-hop or rock and roll. I'm just pissed off. I don't even like this song. I guess I'll bury the hatchet. A person who holds a grudge isn't very attractive. And while I'm at it, bury those axes along with the bodies that belong to playing AC/DC backwards on a highway to hell, driving in reverse, riding with pastors. Peter Popoff and Jimmy Swagger are fighting over some passage you can't find, cause his Bible is missing chapters. Listen, bastards, if you two don't pipe down, I'ma turn his car around or move the shift to drive right now. And don't think I'm not gonna find out who it was that took my coloring book and painted Black Jesus with white out. I dropped a low scene off at the Antichrist's house and told him to wipe that smile off of his giant mouth for fire. And this is how I rise to my power. Looky here, I'm not your friend, and I'm not your bro. I'm not hip-hop or rock and roll. I'm just pissed off. I don't even like music, how'd I end up on this song? Looky here, I'm not your friend, and I'm not your bro. I'm not hip-hop or rock and roll. I'm just pissed off.
Peace.